Good morning. The smoke has finally somewhat lifted. It is still a little bit smoky, but I cannot wait to get out, and so here I am again on my bicycle for a little bicycle ride, and taking you with me on this small journey. And also wanting to let you know that my cell phone works in such a way that I only have a certain amount of points. And then when I make these longer videos, I do not know if it has anything to do with that. I assume it does. But when I post these videos, which I record on my cell phone like this because I hold my phone in my hand, then I run out of points quite quickly, it seems, and then my phone reception slows down, and so I cannot download any of the stuff that I've recorded. So then I have to sort of just wait until the next period. I believe it is the next month or so, and then I get points again, and then I can use those up again. So I will increasingly use this channel, this particular YouTube channel. I use this primarily for, well, I do not know. I also like to just be able to hold a phone in my hand and to ride my bicycle, and to just enjoy that feeling of talking with myself and moving through the environment, so to speak. So yeah, I do not know. You will see how it works out, but I will try to post as much music on this channel, and on the other channel, the channel which is called Maximus Pepperkamp in small letters, and then with a little horizontal bar, Maximus Pepperkamp horizontal bar, and then HW8SW. That's my other YouTube channel. I will do the longer conversations there, but probably I can't give up on doing this as well. So sometimes you will just notice that I don't post anything because I ran out of points. But then you will see an increase of my posts on the other channel. So that's where you ought to look then. And I will try to keep up on my riding, although sometimes I don't feel like riding so much anymore. But speaking, I always feel... No, it's also true, a while ago I really felt like I didn't want to speak anymore, or I didn't have anything to speak anymore. It was weird that I just oh wow, so then I am just so totally quiet, and I don't speak. yeah you don't necessarily see me as a person who can be really quiet, but I can be. And I like to be, and I like to be totally feeling at ease, totally feeling happy, and having nothing to say is just beautiful. It's just so pleasant. Actually, I'm feeling that right now. Here, this is where I ride my bicycle at this moment, along this dry field, and the bus is just leaving. And from here I can see that it is still a little hazy there in the hills further away. So in a little while I will go again to my job, but for now I'm just enjoying my freedom to just be on my bicycle and to enjoy the morning, the fresh morning, which is a relief because it was so smoky the last couple of days. And now finally the smoke has almost lifted. I don't know if you can see it, but in the distance here there's the hills, and you can still see that it is still kind of smoky there. Yeah. Yeah. So let's see what else I can say. You see, I don't make myself say anything. I only say something if I want to say it, and I would hope that you catch on with that, because if you simply tune into my rhythm, so to speak, my rhythm to move away from words into not having any words, is a wonderful experience. Yeah, because usually when people speak, there is this tendency to, I don't know, produce more and more words, to produce more and more language, and to also, because we do not know that we do that, we do not do that consciously, we just automatically engage in what I call the disembodied language, because we don't listen to ourselves. So our language then has this sort of strange effect on us, that effect which you call thinking, that effect which you call your mind, which of course is just imagination, is just illusion. You just imagine that there's language inside of you, but you really believe it. You really seem to be thinking something all the time or having thoughts, when in reality you don't. You just imagine that is happening because of your way of talking, in which you do not listen to yourself, in which you just keep on, I don't know, dishing out more language. So my way of talking, which is embodied language, in which I listen to myself, is so pleasant because it allows you to be without language. And strangely, it allows you to be with and without language. Yes, that's the most beautiful thing about it. So it does. The fact that I am quiet, it doesn't stop me from talking. It doesn't stop me from having language. To the contrary, the more language I have, the more quiet I become, the more spacious I feel, and the more, blessed and happy and understanding and also complete. It is this ongoing embodied language is such a beautiful phenomenon. You experience your own total well-being, your language enlightenment, which obviously takes you beyond words. Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't take you beyond words, well, forget about it. Then it's not language enlightenment. Then it is language complication. Yeah. So this is another aspect of disembodied language, that it makes everything more complicated. And oh my God, there's no end to all the complications that are created by disembodied language, because it regulates all sorts of behaviors which are problem behaviors, undesirable behaviors, behaviors which should be stopped if you want to continue with your embodied language. I've done that, or I'm still doing that. I'm still not completely done. Maybe I will be busy with it for the rest of my life, but I'm still not completely done stopping the behaviors which don't belong to my embodied language. Yeah, and but okay, so occasionally one of these behaviors it is there again, and I seem to care too much about others, or I seem to be too keen on explaining myself or whatever it is, trying to reach out. That's one of my big handicaps. Because, yeah, you may not know this, but I am doing this entirely for myself. And so even though you can hear it, I'm not reaching out to you. There's no need for that. And I've done that and I've found it to be ineffective. It's better to just not reach out, to curb that behavior, but I haven't completely abandoned it. That's why I'm still making videos like this. But in any case, I can talk about it and I can still find it funny that certain things you can give up and other things you can't, or it seems like it is more challenging. And so, yeah, I'm also just a human being, and I have my flaws, so I don't mind saying that because I don't have a mind. Yeah. So it's easier to say that when you don't have a mind. Look how beautiful it is. The sun is coming up over the hills. But I'm at the edge of town here. And it smells kind of really smoky here. Yeah. Shall I continue? It's pretty smoky. Ooh, I'm returning. This is not good now. It's weird how when I just came from my house, it wasn't that bad, but here it is worse. Ooh. Yeah, no, going back. Oy, oy, oy. Ooh. All right, so it's good because then it will only be a short video, and it's just how I actually wanted it. And I still got to go out a little bit, enjoy the morning, and yeah. So yeah, well, one thing about embodied language, which should be obvious to everyone, but in case it isn't, with embodied language you're always happy. You're always full of energy. Even if you don't feel like you have energy, maybe, I don't know, for whatever reason you feel without energy, you're tired or you're feeling drained. That can happen. Maybe that can have all kinds of reasons. Good morning. When you start having embodied language, you suddenly feel like you get energy. You acquire energy. You accumulate energy. It's a strange phenomenon. You should try it out. And it happens immediately because, of course, the embodied language is the language in which you go towards yourself, and disembodied language is the language in which you go away from yourself. Yeah. I currently have a job which is really something. I have a job. I demonstrate food, different kinds of food, and I do this in a big supermarket, and every day a couple of thousand people are passing by my stands and I give them little samples of what I am preparing, and sometimes it's just a snack, or sometimes it is something that I need to heat up, or something that is simple from a package, gummy bears or or chips or whatever, all kinds of stuff, Snicker bars, or what is it, health bars. Anyways, I do that, and but then I talk with all these people, And of course, it's really busy. And I sell these products, I let them taste it, and if they try it, they hopefully buy it. But then I'm talking with all these people the whole day, and that is really something. And it does something to my embodied language again. It sort of has deepened my experience of embodied language, because it's just so nice to have that contrast, you know, where I'm so outgoing and talking with all these people. I see the whole of Chico pass by, and I recognize a lot of people, and it's kind of nice. And I do that a couple of days a week. You know, it's my retirement job, bring in some money. And I met a guy. I'm going to contact him. I have his card. Who runs a catering business, and yeah, I still have some time left because I don't work full time, and I still may want to work with him also, doing some of his catering work, helping out, making some extra money. Yeah, I like to be active, you know, because I have energy, and I like to be busy. That's just something that I've always been like that. I've never been, you could say, a person who's just sitting around and waiting for things to happen. Good morning, ma'am. And so, yeah, that's how I am. But I am particularly that way because of my embodied language. That's for sure. Yeah. I feel so fortunate that I have discovered this, and that I can talk like this, and that regardless of who hears it and who responds, I feel just happy as it is. I don't need anything extra, or there's nothing that I'm missing, and that's a sense that I feel so grateful for, that I'm such a satisfied person, you know. and I used to be so dissatisfied when I was younger. Oh my gosh. I remember my mother-in-law. I one time went on vacation with my wife and with her parents, and there was a situation in which we got into some kind of argument, and she then sort of confronted me. She said to me, "You got to understand, you know, my mother-in-law, she's Chinese. My family, my in-laws are all Chinese. My wife is Chinese, or Chinese American, and they're wonderful people, you know. But then her mother, she says to me, she says, yeah, when you are happy, everybody is happy. But you're not happy, nobody is happy." She said that, and it was so funny that she said that, you know. And there's some truth to it, you know. It's not that I try to make people unhappy, but apparently she noticed that I wasn't happy. Anyways, but it is true that if I'm happy, I'm making people happy, and yeah, what else can I do? You know, I'm not here to make things worse. Most people are, unfortunately, because they're unhappy, making things worse. I'm not one of them. Yeah, and I am not worried also about what's going to happen, because as far as I'm concerned, everything is going fine. Yeah. Okay, here I go. Last stretch of my little bike. Good morning. Isn't it nice? Finally a little bit without smoke. Yes? Uh-huh. Yeah. They're just walking their dogs. Good morning. There and here in between the houses, it's kind of strange how there is no smoke here. I don't smell it at all. But when I was at the edge of town, oh my gosh, I couldn't stay there. I'm glad I went home. Yeah. Well, wherever you are, I wish you a wonderful day. And don't forget, don't forget that you should talk with yourself and listen to yourself and let yourself know that you can have embodied language instead of disembodied language. And then when you go on with your embodied language, like I do, then you are having your language enlightenment. You feel so happy, it just keeps on going. And so then, yeah, perhaps you want to talk with me and give me a call. You can reach me on Skype. Just drop me an email. I'll post my email and my Skype name. And then, yeah. And if I have canceled you for whatever reason, because I cancel people, you know, when I feel like they only want to go on with their disembodied language, I'm not interested. I just reject you. But if you have changed, or if you want to try again, just let me know. Okay? All right. Have a good one. Bye.